What's going on, man? I hope you are doing fantastic. The people nowadays, we as a generation are so much weaker than we should be, are so much weaker than we used to be. If you read the Old Testament, by the way, that's crazy, bro. It's the first time y'all see me with my teeth in, but I'm not even gonna take them out because it's not worth it. But anyway, I got my teeth in. I can take it, yeah, I've always had these teeth, I can take it in and out whenever, but it's not what this is about. It's about how insanely strong, just courageous these men used to be, these women too, these people used to be in the Old Testament, right? And just in time and history, God's chosen people, right? They were burning, they would take a big old cow, bring it to the priest, and someone would just slaughter him right in front of the priest, and then burn that cow right in front of the priest, blood splattered all over. I mean, you can, like when we read the Bible so many times, we don't have this clear image in our head, and it's because we're not reading it from a place of kind of like history. We're not reading it from a perspective like this is truth, and we need to put it into imagination, right? We should be trying to like visualize everything, because the Bible doesn't do a fantastic job at conveying emotion, conveying the situation. It just tells us what happened, right? So we need to ourselves like analyze this and really think about, what does this mean? When these people were doing this, how do they feel? Sorry, I'm working a retail store right now, man. It's Wicked Dog. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, man. This varsity jacket, it's it's sick, bro. Anyway, a little cheeky promo there. But yeah, man, these people were freaking soldiers, and it's how we should be. Like, we should be willing to do anything for God. We should be willing to watch someone die in front of us, brutally murder a cow. Not that we're gonna have to, but we should be able to, right? That our mindsets need to be strong, bro. And everything around us, this world, right? TikTok, YouTube, TV shows, everything's telling us to be soft. Everything's telling us, get a job and then go home, sit on your couch for 10 hours and watch TV, right? People don't grind. People don't, the grind is not there this generation. Especially in America. If you live in America and just in the West in general, bro, these people, we're weak. We're weak-minded. We're weak-motivated, bro. And it's freaking insane. Nah, man, come on. There's someone standing at the door right now. I'm just yelling. They can probably hear me. But anyway, I'm reading from Numbers. It is chapter 19. Chapter 19, yes. We're in verse. All right, just keep going. Sorry, y'all. I hope you're still watching, right? We'll just start in verse 1, right? And the Lord spoke unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord hath commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring thee a red heifer. A heifer is a cow. A red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazar the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. And Eleazar the priest shall take of her blood with his finger, and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle of the congregation 7 times. So first of all, picture this. Search up. I'm gonna leave a picture right here of a red cow, of what they're talking about in this thing. Big old cow, beautiful cow, and someone had to go, right? Imagine you're Eleazar. Would you be able to do this job for the Lord? Are you strong enough to watch someone just brutally murder a freaking, cow in front of you, and then you're taking its blood right after it died, right after. You're not waiting. You just stick your fingers in its blood, and you sprinkle it on the tabernacle. I mean, that's insane, bro. Really, imagine that. Imagine that happening. We could never, in this modernized society where everything's fit for our comfort, everything's, given to us for comfort. We live around comfort. We live around pleasure and not doing hard things. Our goal is to not do hard things as a society, which doing hard things is how you build yourself. Doing hard things is how you become a freaking G, bro. It's how you become the best version of yourself, right? This past, the past couple days, right? I've no TikTok, no anything for, months, man. I mean, it's just terrible. So I just cut it out, and, I can do anything. I can sit down and read my Bible, focus for hours. And, the past 2 days, I had a Sabbath on Wednesday. And so I was relaxing. I was I was fasting. I was kind of feeling a bit tired. I was on a Sabbath. I was like, I'm chilling, maybe I'll watch a movie or a show. And I just ended up scrolling on TikTok like a freaking idiot for like an hour, because it just took me in. The same happened just now today at work. I was like, no one was in here. I just went on TikTok. It like literally sucks you in, bro. And then after, I'm trying to write this like essay. I'm trying to do this thing, for applying to this, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm trying to do this and read my word. And, I get in the word. I get into writing this essay, to doing the hard work. And it's like my mind it's telling me, no, telling me, don't do that. You can watch a video. You can scroll on TikTok. You can do so many easier things. Don't do that. Bro, stop indulging in cheap dopamine right now. If you're watching this, it is a sign. If you should have already known this, but it destroys you. It will destroy you as a human being. It will destroy you as a man, as a woman. It doesn't matter who you are. If you have goals, if you have ambitions, if you want to do stuff in life, get off of the reels, get off of the TV shows, get off of the movies, get off of it. And it's going to be hard at first. You have to, limit it little by little, because it's a freaking addiction. It's the worst addiction ever, because you can't do hard things if you're indulging that cheap dopamine. It's instant. My snaps suck, but it's instant dopamine, instant gratification. Really think about that. All you have to do is open up something to get the dopamine that we are built to get. We're meant to get from accomplishments, from working hard on something. After you work hard on 5 hours and you created the best, essay in your life, you submit it, for example, in school, or you did the best, you tried your absolute best at some project at work or whatever, and you turn it in knowing it's your best. That feeling of accomplishment, you do something, you win a sports trophy, that feeling of accomplishment after all your hard work, that's that dopamine, that's that healthy dopamine, the feeling of getting straight A's in school after working, studying your butt off, that's cheap dopamine right there. I mean, that's not cheap dopamine, that's the opposite. That is healthy dopamine, that is the reason for why we have dopamine. So that we are seeking to work hard to gain those rewards. And now that there's, oh, frick, bro.
I'm sorry. Are you bothered by that?
One second, y'all. Hi, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Say that it's me. I'm a wicked bitch. Everyone.
Okay. Let's get back to it, man. Bro, it's a quiet night, man. No one's here. Yeah, people just walked in. I was talking to them, just so you know, but I forget where I was, man. But are you strong enough, right? In this world, man, everything is meant for temporary satisfaction. Everything's here for temptation. You walk out on the street, go to any city, it's all temptation. It's all pleasure. It's all instant pleasure, man. Same with sex, same with drugs. It's all this sin, bro. It's all demonic. Same with, like, what I just said, sex, instant, drugs, instant, right? I mean, like, porn and that stuff. Like, what? We crazy, bro? Oh, my, man. Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Fantastic. All right. Third time's the charm. We getting this video out no matter what, baby. The devil trying. He's sending his agents right now. He's sending his agents, man. Don't give in to this world. I'm gonna finish this point and get back to the main one. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, temporary pleasure we are attracted to. We want cheap dopamine. It's so easy. It's so, you talk to anyone, people just talking about, what TV show are you watching? Did you see that new TikToker? Did you see this? Bruh, come on, man. We as Christians, we as humans, right, should not indulge in that. If we want to be our best selves, and we as Christians are called to be our best selves, right? It's a waste of time. You think God gave us a body, a brain, eyes to see, ears to hear, freaking mouth to speak? All the gifts that you have, He did not give you to sit on the couch and indulge in cheap dopamine. He gave you them to work your butt off. To work your literal butt off, to read His word, to connect with Him, be a strong warrior. Like, these guys had none of that, bro. They were strong. They were mighty. They literally lived for God. Their whole life was for God. They weren't, like, no luxury. There was no luxury besides the enjoying of eating and drinking and the enjoyment of their toil. The enjoyment of their eating and drinking, that is their luxury. Their luxury is heavenly, being forgiven, being the children of God, being favored by the Most High. So I'm ending my point on that. If you are indulging in that stuff, quit it today. Set a plan in action of the amount of time you're going to do it, and lower it, decrease it steadily day by day, as much as you can do, as much as you can decrease it, and over time, cut that John out immediately, as soon as possible. It's just because it's normalized does not mean you should be doing it, right? Every demonic thing is normalized, right? It doesn't mean you should be doing it. So please, please, please don't listen to your peers on this one. Listen to your instincts. Listen to everyone's knowledge. We all know it's bad. Anyway, so the priest, Eleazar, literally had to stick his fingers in the just killed blood of this freaking cow and sprinkle it 7 times onto the tabernacle of the congregation. It's ridiculous, man. And then we're in verse 5 now. And one shall burn the heifer, the cow, in his sight. Her skin and her flesh and her blood with her dong shall he burn. And the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes and whatever. But yeah, so then they burned it in front of him. Someone came and burned it in front of him. And, you know, you're just watching this huge cow, this huge red cow burn in the fire in front of you, sprinkling blood on the tabernacle. It's like, what the heck's going on here? You know what I mean? Someone who has no, you know, understanding of God, actual understanding of the Old Testament of who God is, will be freaked out. They'll be scared. They'll be, you know, they'll want to run away from the faith because of this intensity. And, you know, as Christians, we need to embrace that intensity. And, you know, you can say, Jesus Christ, we're in the new covenant. Of course we are. And we're covered by his blood. And we are so fortunate. Be so grateful today that you don't have to do that. Am I right? Be so grateful that you don't need to, like, your forgiveness doesn't rely on you doing these rituals. So good. So good. We don't need to do any of that. Man, high five. High five, brother. We're chilling, butts. Butts. I mean, this is an example, right? Jesus Christ was always one with God. They were always in agreeance. So Jesus Christ was, you know, he was watching this as well. God, this is God. This is God. Everything you read in the Old Testament, everything you read in the New, it's all God. They're all one. They're all always in agreement for all of eternity. So nothing has changed about God's personality and the amount that he's willing to, like the amount of wrath. There has to be wrath on something. You know, there has to be blood involved. There has to be death involved. There has to be the killing of a cow and burning him just in front of people. Like, would you be able to take that? You know what I mean? And you know, these people were just strong. They knew what's up. They took it, bro. You know, God was leading them. God led them out of freaking slavery, bro. And I guess the point of this video is really just to convey how strong, how mighty, how disciplined, how faithful these people were to go to such extreme lengths. You know what I mean? To please their God, to whatever God told them, they did, right? Could you say the same about yourself? You know that God wants you to do certain things. You know that God wants you not to do certain things, none of which are as hard as probably, you know, I don't know your experience, but none of which are most likely as hard as, you know, having to like slaughter a cow in front of you and burn it and take its blood. And, you know what I mean? I'm sure that all y'all would rather quit like your bad habits than have to do that. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know how much you love them, Johns, but man, let's be warriors for God, bro. Let's be strong for God because he is strong for us. He cares for us. As the video yesterday said, man, Jesus Christ, God, we're his prized possession. You know how much difficulty he went through to attain us, to reconcile us to him? So much difficulty. So when we turn away from him, when we don't acknowledge him, think of just how heartbreaking it is, right? We can turn back and we'll have forgiveness, we'll have love. I mean, think about that, bro. He's given us everything. He's died for us. He's given us everything that we are. He's given us everything that we have, this whole world, this whole earth. And yet we turn against him. Yet we spend more time on certain things than on him. We spend more time and we chase our own will for our life than recognizing and acknowledging him and acknowledging his power. Imagine how disrespectful that is. And yet we can still go sinning, flipping him off our whole lives. And then, you know, at some point repent. If, you know, of course we shouldn't have that outlook, but like we can always sin and more. And we'll be able to come back to a loving God and forgiveness and mercy. You know what I mean, bro? Like, he loves you so much and he cares so much. He's done so much for you. Why do you want to put more disappointment in his eyes? It's so sad to think about. It's so sad. You know, I would not wish that upon any human, nonetheless our creator. Like, it's so sad, bro. It's like your mom, it's like you keep running away from your mom and cussing her out and arguing with her, and she just keeps accepting you back and back, and you keep, you keep doing stuff to her and causing her pain and causing her trouble, and she keeps accepting you. And I mean, you just feel bad for them. You feel like, man, your heart, it goes out to them, and it should go out to God. Your heart should be for God. Anyway, man, that's about it. I'm gonna show y'all this store real quick, man. Wicked Dog Apparel, Boston. Bro, they got some sick stuff, like this varsity jacket, this hoodie. It's really dope, man. It is my dad's brand. It's my dad's clothing brand. It's pretty freaking sick, bro, but please support. It's a slow season. I don't really work here, just time from time, but please support, man. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Of course, no force, nothing, right? Just check it out, because it's some dope clothes. Like, I'm telling you, bro. I'm in love. Like, I love everything that they're doing. I love all these clothes, bro. I would literally only wear Wicked if I could, man. It's sick. It's really dope, and it's a bit on the expensive side, but if you're looking for some new fashion for something no one has ever seen before, but it's like flea, you know what I mean? Check it out. Link in the description. That's about it. I love y'all so much, man. Have an amazing day, amazing night. God bless you. Stay faithful, be strong, and quit your cheap dopamine habits. It's awful. It's a waste of time, and it's an abomination in the sight of the Lord. I know it doesn't say that straight in the Bible, but you're wasting your time, right? You're wasting your brain. You're wasting, he built you so perfectly, and you're just destroying your dopamine receptors. You're destroying your ability to focus, your ability to pay attention and work hard, and that sucks. That sucks for you, and it's disrespectful to God. But, you're even being as disrespectful as to him as you are to yourself. Why do you not want to be the best version of yourself ever? Like, possible. Why not? Why? It doesn't make sense to me, bruv. Anyway, man, I go on that for ages. I hope y'all like the teeth, man. God bless you. I love you. Stay faithful. Peace out.